Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here for a beautiful Thursday afternoon, January the 23rd, 2025. Thank you all for watching right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there. You better know where it is by now. It's inside of my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So subscribe to this very channel, getting really close to 700 subscribers. We're getting there. About 14, 15 to go. So hopefully, maybe by Easter or a little bit after Easter, we'll get to 700, and then we'll go beyond, hopefully. But subscribe to the channel down below, and subscribe to my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on pretty much any and all of my videos from the past, the present, and the future, Conan. So, but don't leave stupid comments, because you're going to get blocked. And if you don't like that, then go cry to your mama, you little bitch. Or, pretty much, go back to your dead channel where nobody even has heard of you. So, get out of here, go fuck yourself if you can't understand simple fucking rules. And that's pretty much it. But everybody else, leave a comment on the video, on the topic at hand, whatever the topic is, blah, blah, blah. So, you can do that, but if you leave stupid comments, bye-bye, so long, farewell to you, you'll be sent to the Shadow Realm, and you'll never be heard from again, because Satan will eat your soul. So don't do that. But what you can do is follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because if you miss anything, you're pretty much SOL, and if you don't know what that means, look it up. And that's it. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, hop off. That's pretty much it. But if you want to stay and watch and subscribe for more, then welcome to the party. We hope you enjoy the ride. Stay tuned. Grab that cold one. Put your feet up. Do whatever you're going to do when you're watching my videos. Except for, well, you ladies, you can jerk off all you want. Guys, splash that way. Because I don't go that way. But it is what it is. You like the video? Great. You know, get out. Go to your dead channel. Go do something else with your boring as fuck life. Okay? That's pretty much it. Go watch somebody else. I don't care. Because people will watch my videos and comment here and there. They don't have to comment, but it's up to them. I'm not forcing anybody to comment. I'm like, please comment on my video, please! No, I don't do that. Whether I get one comment, or 2 comments, or 50 comments. As long as they're respectful, I'll keep them. If not, bye. And if you think, oh, Peter, you don't take constructive criticism. I do, but if it's just boring bullshit, they're like, oh, you're the P word, you're this and that, I'm just gonna block you. As many times as I fucking want, until you get it through your thin fucking skull that I'm not gonna put up with that bullshit. So, do it on your dead channel that nobody cares about. Okay? Or get your clout views off my name, or off anybody else's name. Because that's all you can do. That's a fact. Jack. Talk like Hogan now, I don't want, brother, you know. But we move on with that. But, be respectful of my channel, and if you're new here, do the same thing, and, but, if you want more, hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because if you miss anything, you're SOL, like I said. Moving on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is a beautiful, warmer Thursday here in the Northeast, about 25 degrees, going to go up to about 30, a little bit later. But it should be a great weekend, a little bit warmer, thankfully, heading into this weekend, the next to final weekend of January. We got a full week next week, and then next Saturday we begin the beautiful, short as fuck month of February, and before you blink, here's March. So, this year, like every other year, starts up pretty damn quick, and before you blink, it's Easter, it's Memorial Day weekend, it's July 4th weekend, and then next thing you know, it's the greatest month in the world with the greatest people in the world, and that's December. But, we'll get to that way later, but we'll see if I'm even around by that time, but, you know, because there's a lot of things going on. By the time we hit April, WrestleMania is kind of iffy right now, but I'm hoping to at least be here through WrestleMania. But we'll see what happens with that. So a lot of things going on with my job that I might be transferring back to, instead of working here, I might be working back in the office. But we'll see what happens with that. I might be doing some hybrid, in office, out of office, but we'll see what happens with that. But I don't know yet. It's in process. I'm in talks, but we'll see. I probably won't know anything till probably the beginning of March. So, got about 4 to 6 weeks. I'll let you guys know what's going on. But nothing bad. I'm not leaving YouTube for good, or if for any a long extended period of time. Even if I do leave for a little bit, I'll still be around somehow. So don't worry, not leaving you guys ever. So, sorry to all the people that want me off this lovely website. I'm not leaving yet. I leave on my terms, not yours, motherfuckers. Or anybody else's terms. So they can all kiss my rosy red Italian ass. Thank you, and that's my PSA for today. Alright, but I hope everybody has a great weekend coming up. Be safe, be well, dress warm, wherever you may be. More fires in LA. It happens. I mean, I pray for everybody in LA. I got friends in LA. Some of them are not affected. Thank the Lord for that. But, you know, others have lost their homes, their mansions, their cars. I mean, it's just insane right now. And, you know, we're on day 4 of the Trump reign, volume 2. And, you know, lots of things are getting done. Hopefully the price of oil goes down. It means lower prices at the gas pump for you people that drive. And hopefully lower prices at the supermarket. And jobs might be going up. You know, who knows what's going to happen with unemployment rate. Probably go up, go down. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But a lot of things are going to get done. It's only day 4, so we got a long way to go. A long way to go, my friends. We got another 3.5 years to go. So let's see what Mr. Trump does. You know, in the first actual week. By Monday, it'll be week 1 of his reign. And then we'll worry about the next 70, 80 days of his first 100 days of office. What he does good, what he does bad, what he really does stupid. But, you know, I doubt he'll do anything stupid. But, you know, some people are already saying that he's doing something stupid. But, you know, that's the Democrats saying all that shit. But that's another story for another time. But we'll see what happens with Donald Trump in round 2 electric boogaloo. From now until 2029. And we'll see if most of us will be here by then. But we'll see. Alright, guys, I gotta get this done and out of the way because I am going to the doctor. And then later on tonight, we'll do your Monday Night Raw review. And then we'll talk about Live Impact probably tomorrow. Probably early. No, not tomorrow early. Probably mid-afternoon tomorrow. We'll talk about TNA. And, might do a prediction video for Saturday Night's main event coming up on Saturday. And then we got SmackDown coming your way Friday night. Live 3 hours on the USA Network. Should be fun. From Dallas. And then we're in San Antonio on Saturday. Collision is going to be in home base, Jacksonville, Florida. And it's going to get destroyed in the ratings. Because nobody's going to watch Homecoming. Oh boy. I mean, Adam Cole's going to be there, but he can't even save it himself. Damn it. So, we'll talk about Collision probably on Sunday, but we'll see how everything goes with all that. Get you ready for the Royal Rumble next Saturday night. Or evening, I should say. Not Saturday night, Saturday evening. February the 1st from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And then 2 weeks after that is NXT Vengeance Day. And then TNA Rebellion is in between that. So we'll see what happens with that. We also got Grand Slam Australia. We don't know what time. Or really late at night. Or I don't know when, but we'll be watching it. And then as we begin March, we got a lot to talk about. We got the Elimination Chamber from wherever that is. And then we got AEW Revolution. I think it's in, where's Revolution in? I think Revolution's in North or South Carolina. One of the Carolinas, I think. We got that coming up. Probably something with TNA. Who knows what else is coming up as we hit April. We got Dynasty coming up to begin April the 5th. So, that should be fun. I think that's going to be in Orlando. So, and then a couple weeks after that is WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. And then we got other stuff, Supercard of Honor in April with Ring of Honor. TNA doing some things. We got a lot of things going on in the month of April going into May. And then July we got All In. We got a Saturday Night's Main Event around that on the same fucking day, which is stupid, but that's how Hunter and Nick Godman work. They want to make everybody watch Saturday Night's Main Event, not watch All In. So I think Tony Khan might actually get a win there because everybody's gonna be watching All In. I'm not watching no Saturday Night's Main Event. Fuck that shit. And we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. There is talks of TNA being bought by WWE. That should be interesting with the now multi-year partnership with WWE, NXT, and TNA. We'll see if that shifts into TNA being bought by Nick Khan and Triple H and company, and TKO, and we'll see what happens with that. Crazy Steve! Remember Crazy Steve from DK? He did a dark match on last night for AEW. I think he faced Serpentico. I don't know if he won, but I hope he did. But when is the last time Serpentico actually won a match? Nothing wrong with the guy, but, you're facing Crazy Steve. Come on. Former digital champion, former tag team champion, former crazy fuck, but, former man, well, still kind of, well, we still consider him a member of the Prophecy, but, it is what it is. But it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But lots of things happening in the world of professional wrestling. NXT went up a little bit from last week in the ratings. I don't know what Raw rating is for Netflix. I'll probably find that out later. And we don't know what, well, Collision went up a little bit. Yeah. And, SmackDown, I think, did a 1.4, somewhere around there. About a 1.4 this past Friday night. So, ratings-wise, not that bad for the, for SmackDown and for Collision is still kind of on par. Dynamite has been so bleh, even with Kenny and Ocean Spray, they still can't pop like a big rating. It's just the way it is. And now the pretty much Raw about to hit its first month on Netflix. Pretty good, between 4 and 6 million. Not bad. Could be way more, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. But yeah, so that's really the gist of the news, the wrestling news of that I really feel like talking about. And that's it. But we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review / thoughts. Well, pretty much a mini review. Let's just call it like that. Alright, so we are emanating from the Knoxville Civics Auditorium. Pretty dinky little place. Feel like you're in a TV studio. Kinda. But, But anyway, we're in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yep. And our commentary team, as always, men behind the mask. Excalibur, the greatest Met fan I know. I'm wearing the Met shirt today for him. And that's Taz. Red Hook brother. Alright, so we have Taz and the legend himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone, or as Jericho would call him, Tony Schiavone. Or, as I call him, Britt Baker's love boy. Oh, they be fucking. That's why Britt Baker cheated on Adam Cole with Tony Baloney. It's obvious. I never cheated on anybody in my life. Bullshit, bitch. Bullshit. Well, Well, if it's true, then I'll eat crow. But, listen to Conan, take it with a grain of salt. Because everything Conan says is, meh. Don't listen to him, essay. I never listen to Conan. I listen to you, Eddie. Conan's a gringo, I know. Kind of like Rey Mysterio. Oh, he's a bigger gringo, essay. Oh. Yeah, I know. Ay, he's a gringo! Shut up! El Dorito thinks he's great. He fears Osito. But I digress. And I'm not playing with my dolls again. Sir, you need it on the bridge. Knock next time! Knock! Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you play with your dolls again. Good! Okay. I always like to quote the great movie that it is, Spaceballs. When the people say, oh, he's playing with his dolls again. He's talking to himself again. No. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you great people that watch my shit. And you love it. That's why you keep coming back for more. It's like that Beetlejuice reference. I've seen the SATs 1,500 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. It's just great. Just great lines. Just great. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we have Taz, Tony Baloney, and Excalibur on commentary. We're a few weeks away from Grand Slam Australia, mate. Not at the 60,000 seat arena or at some dinky, rinky-dink Australia docile in Australia. But we'll get to that in a couple weeks. I think we're about 3 weeks away from that. So, not that anybody's gonna see it, so unless you're gonna stay up till 2:30 in the morning. God knows when. On on February the 15th. Which will be the 16th in Australia. Different time zone, different times. It's just insane. Excuse me. Still got a little bit of a cold, but I'll be fine. All right, move on. All right, so we start the show, which wasn't great, but it was like kind of But anyway, so we start the show with Will Ocean Spray reach for the sky, woo, bam. So Ocean Spray, who had a little bit of trouble because there was a big, huge snowstorm in the South, record-breaking snow. I've never seen it before in the South, even in New Orleans. It got 8 inches of snow. Damn. So lots of air travel, problems with the superstars of AEW. Ocean Spray, his baggage was lost on the way. Ugh. So I hate flying sometimes because I don't even bring a lot of shit with me when I go on vacation. I bring like one bag, done. I carry the bag on. Sometimes it's me and the missus. I bring a bag, she brings a bag. We carry it, put it in the overhead compartment. We're done. Don't have to go through that bullshit with all the pricing and everything. And then next thing you know, you lost your thing. And like, what are we gonna do? God forbid you have electronics and shit in there. And you lost it. It's in like Timbuktu. And you never get it back. Or you do get it back 3 months later and nothing's there. That's why, certain airlines, sorry, got a cold, just fuck with you. I usually do stay away from places like airlines like Delta. I like going JetBlue because it's like, great and everything. Just the ambiance of being on JetBlue is just amazing. And I know people that know people, but that's why I sit first class. But it is what it is, but sometimes things happen and you can't do anything about it. I don't know how somebody's gear or their luggage cannot be put on a fucking plane. I mean, what are you working there for? You put the thing on the cart, and it goes into wherever that goes, and then It's supposed to be, and then it goes to like a big car, which has all the luggage on it, and then that's supposed to go up the little compartment into the plane. How does it get lost in transit? That's what I want to know. Why do you think all these wrestlers are getting so mad at all these different airlines for losing their gear? How does that happen mid-transit? I don't blame them from fucking suing them up the wazoo, and that's why, half of them are skedaddling and, losing a lot of money, and pretty much soon they're done. Take the planes off the runway, get them out of here. But it is what. But anyway, Ocean Spray did make the show, even though he was in one shirt and one, basically what he was in. He comes out for a face-to-face with Tony Baloney and Kenny God Almighty Omega. Bang! I was like, oh shit, here we go. But anyway, Kenny comes out to his epic fucking entrance, even though he brought back an entrance that he used to have, not the Final Fantasy theme, which is still epic. So he comes out, the fans going nuts. So Ocean Spray talks about how Omega came back in a weird time because the Death Riders are basically holding the world title hostage, thanks to Moxley, with Claudio, William Yuta, Marina Shafir, and that bastard Pac. So Ocean Spray wants to do something about it, but can't get away from his other problem, that's the Don Callis family. He's still hounding him. So Omega talks about them fighting at Forbidden Door. I think the first one. That was an epic match. Ocean Spray tried to drop him on his goddamn head and came close. So Ospreay, so it says, so that makes you better, makes you no better than Don Callis, and no matter what you do, I will always be number one, like Japan. So Ocean Spray, you could take the number 2 spot, but I got the number 1 spot locked up. So they kind of argue about that bluff and all that shit. And then Don Callis comes out, and then Kenny immediately goes after him, and then Don Callis goes up into a little bitty ball. Ah! Away from me! And then the Intercontinental Champion Takeshita jumps Kenny. Kyle Fletcher in tow comes after and beats up his good buddy Ocean Spray. So we get a big old brawl, and then the Murder Machines come out. Lance Archer and, everybody dies. And Brian Cage, the birthday, he had his birthday months ago. But anyway, Lance Archer and Brian Cage come out. Big fight. Basically, I felt like a 4-on-2 beatdown into the concourse. And then, I'm like, is anybody gonna help Ocean Spray and Kenny? Obviously not. But anyway, Ocean Spray and Kenny fight their way out of all this madness. Lance Archer tries to put Ocean Spray through the merch table. And then somehow Kenny's over there is like, hey, let's team up. Okay. They put Lance Archer through the merch table with a double suplex. Impressive. Then they fight all the way back into the arena. And then they're fighting. And Kenny starts going up on one of the lighting trucks. The lighting rig, I should say. And then Ocean Spray's fighting off Takeshita and Fletcher. He jumps up on the wall to where the crowd is, and then both of them do stereo moonsaults off the freaking balcony, off the lighting rig. That was insane. Takes everybody down, and then Kenny and Ocean Spray go back up the lighting structure, which looked like Ultimate X. I was like, wait a minute, are we watching TNA here? What is this? So they go back up the lighting structure, and Omega says, alright, that's it. Now the ball's in your court there, Don. So now we got a tag team match, I believe, for next week. I'll take that back. For Grand Slams, we got Kenny and Ocean Spray. First time ever teaming up against Takeshita and Fletcher. Damn. That was an epic beautiful opening to Dynamite. Probably the best in the last few weeks. I loved it. 4 out of 5 stars. Amazing. That's how you open a show, Tony Khan. Can we get more of that in between? The show has to be cohesive. You know, just gonna have a great segment and then bleh, and then good ending. You can't have hills and valleys. It has to be can't go boop 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 boop. You know, can't be up and down like my dick in your mom's ass. I mean, come on, can't do that. So, but moving on. But anyway, great segment with Kenny and Ocean Spray. And who knew they could coexist? Alright, so we got that. So where are we here? Alright, so we move on with that. Alright, then we got a weird video on the bastard Pac. As he lost to, Adam Copeland, or Hey Kids, it's Edge, this past Saturday night. Not happy about it. So then, we get a promo from the Death Riders. Basically, we see Claudio, that idiot William Yuta, the beautiful Marina Shafir, and Mox talk about how Edge is in a world he doesn't understand. And Mox is like, I'm willing to finish the job. I'm going to break your neck, Edge. And, you know, I don't have time for WWE relics anymore. I'm like, shit. We got rid of Danielson, and he pretty much got rid of Kenny at the time. But Kenny's back. Edge is back. Who knows? Who knows what happens with that? Moving on. Alright, then we go to the AEW Tag Team Belts. We had Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, and Mark Quinn. Can I get a shot? Well, I think they could have used one because they fought Shelton Benjamin along with Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Syndicate, with the great MVP on commentary. And I thought this was going to be a squash match. No, it went about 9 minutes. So, you know, Private Party, you know, even though they were outmatched, they did a few things here and there. But in the end, we have new AEW Tag Team Champions. I thought they were going to hold off on it, but they pulled the trigger. And even though they had really had nothing for the Hurt Business to become the Tag Team Champions, they made them the Tag Team Champions. So Lashley spears Isaiah Cassidy pretty much in half. Ugh. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, got new champs. Decent match, 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what the Hurt Syndicate does from here. Shelton and Bobby, the unlikeliest of tag team champions, but I'll go with it and see how long they hold it for and who beats them. I don't know who, but maybe Private Party get it back. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the Bucks come back and win it. Who knows? Bucks already as far as I know, they're still the IWGP Tag Team Champions of the world in Japan, the great land that it is. Who knows when they're going to lose it, before they come back, whenever that may be. I think the Bucks come back at Revolution, or it might be Double or Nothing, probably in May or whenever Double or Nothing is, and where it is. I heard a rumor that they're going to get out of Vegas, so they're going to be somewhere else, maybe this year for Double or Nothing number 7, or number 6, whatever number up now. We'll see what happens with that, but Double or Nothing will not be I don't think it's going to be in Vegas this year. Because Vegas already has WrestleMania. What else do you want? That's that. Alright, after that, so congrats to Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley, and Mia Yim did not take too kindly to Shelton winning the title. Thief! They have a love-hate relationship. I don't know why, but I mean, can you guys, please, can you come together and, can you hug it out? Next time I meet Mia, I'm gonna ask her, it's like, what is your problem with Shelton? I know you have a love-hate relationship. I know you guys respect each other, that's one thing. I mean, man, come on. Every time I look on Twitter, you guys are fighting. I mean, stop it! Do I have to get involved? No, I'm retired. But stop. It's funny. It's funny. It is. It's like probably one of the weirdest things you've ever seen on Twitter. I hate you, thief! I love you! Oh, give me a hug. Stay away from Keith Lee, you know. But I digress. Alright, moving on from that. But congrats to Shelby Baby and Bobby Lashley. That's that. Alright, then we get a video on the beautiful Mariah May and the rocker Toni Storm for the AEW World title. I believe it's their third match, so number 3 of the tree at Grand Slam in Toni Storm's hometown. Maybe see a title change, maybe not. We don't know. And that's that. Speaking of Toni Storm, she's in the back with Renee. And then, of all people, Harley Cameron comes in with her, well, at first I thought it was her guitar, that's later. She comes in, gives Toni a pep talk in Australian, mates. Like, we didn't know what the fuck was going on. And Renee's like, I didn't get any of that. What the fuck? I mean, I'm watching, and I have freaking, you know, I have the subtitles on usually, you know, for closed captioning, and I'm trying to, you know, in case I need to write down things, you know, my notes and everything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and the freaking closed caption is like, inaudible, foreign language. I'm like, really? I didn't know Australian was a, you know, a foreign language. All they just say is, "Boy, put on the Barbie, mate." You know, kangaroo, down sport. You know, somebody get Outback Jack to translate. Shit. But that's all I gotta say about that. We move on. All right, so Harley gives Toni Storm a pep talk. Not that she needed one. Longest fuck segment that was. All right, let me move on. Alright, then we go to Karen Jarrett, looking great, tries to calm her husband down from last week's thing with MJF. So she's like, I don't want you to go out there and hurt yourself, blah, 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 blah. And Jeff's like, don't worry, honey, I got this. Or do you? So anyway, Jeff comes out, talks about being left, talks about Jerry the King Lawler. You know, he was on the show. He was on after Jerry Lawler, and one night, and not doing quite as well, including on the mic. So he's kind of like when he started his career, he was like a really unknown guy. He stunk on the mic, and he says after the match, Jerry the King Lawler asks what he was thinking getting on the mic and everything, and basically says never get in the gutter with your opponent like he did with MJF last week. You know. Basically shooting, and so he says we'll deal with that on another day, but for now he wants Moxley to come out right now. So the Death Riders music hits, but Moxley doesn't come out, and that's because Claudio comes out, jumps Jer from behind, and he's like, nobody gets to Moxley without going through me. So stay out of my out of our business. So Claudio goes to leave. Jarrett just like shrugs that shit off and says, "Oh, okay, I gotta go through you to get through Mox. Well, how about if I challenge you next week? And if I win, I get my title shot." So I guess we're gonna get Moxley versus Jarrett for the AEW World title at Grand Slam Australia, which we all know Jarrett is not winning. So we get that. We move on with that. Alright, then we get a video on the Glamazon version 2. That's Megan Bayne. Looking great as always, and we'll see what happens with her in time. Moving on. Alright, then we got Swerve coming out with my good buddy. Please buy his please, for the love of God, buy his coffee. Prince Nana. Coming out, and then Swerve takes on a old friend, AR Fox. I actually watched their match from CCW, Best of the Best, I think it was Best of the Best 17, I forgot what number it was. Great match there. They had wars in Lucha Underground, I mean wars. But anyway, pretty good match. Swerve wins, as Swerve comes back in after AR Fox hits a quick low main pain for an air fall, goes for the 450, missed. Swerve comes back with a rolling downward spiral into the house call. And then AR Fox has to get in line for the Swerve Stomp. And Swerve wins a little over 9 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. So, that was a good, decent match. Nothing great. And then afterwards, I don't know where Nana was the whole time. He just came out, danced, and then left. But then we see Ricochet pop up on the screen. He has the scissors pretty much near Prince Nana's neck. Yikes. And he says, I want to meet you next week in the ring face to face. And I'll show you that I'm a wild and crazy violent guy. Oh boy. So you know that match in Atlanta is going to be violent as fuck. Well, we'll see. But we'll see what happens with that. So we got a face-to-face next week on the program and whatever they're going to be. In Huntsville, Alabama, actually, they're in next week. So they go from Tennessee to Florida to Alabama. And I think, and then to Georgia, and then pretty much they're kind of maneuvering around, and then we're hitting Australia, and then back to the States on February the 19th, as we go into the lead into Revolution. So that's that. All right, moving on. All right, so that was pretty scary with the the scissors to Nana's neck and shit. I mean, freaking Ricochet thinks he's a fucking mass murderer. Somebody get those golden scissors away from him. And that's all I gotta say about that. Moving on. Alright, then we got a video for Powerhouse Will Hobbs getting the win in that 12-man tag team match on Collision with the Outrunners and rated FTR, even though they were barely in the match. So we get that. And then we get a New York Minute with the Ring of Honor champion Chris Jericho. Hi, guys! Hi, guys! So, he's there with Big Cass and the Bad Apple Brian Keith. They're happy to be in Knoxville in the Rocky Mountains. Wrong state, dude. Wrong state. We're on the East Coast. That's the West Coast of Rocky Mountains. But anyway, Big Cass seems okay with the loss. And he talks about the Learning Tree always says something. And Jericho's like, wait, what? Jericho's not happy about that. And he's like, well, what are you going to do about it, Big Bill? So Bill gets a little bit serious, challenges Will Hobbs to basically to a parking lot brawl. Well, he says a match on Collision, and then Hobbs comes back and says, I'll see you in the parking lot. Excuse me. So let's see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, after that we get a promo from MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, and orders some jobber out the fucking ring. Get out of here, jobber. Jobber's like, okay, I'm out. Yeah, but then he gets beat in 33 seconds by Hangman Page right after. I'm like, what the point? Get out of here. Anyway, but MJF wants an apology from Jeff Jarrett, J-E-W-F, J-A-R-R-E-T-T, that's Jeff Jarrett. Because it's hilarious that Jarrett thinks he can win a world title in 2025 without his help. Maybe he's as senile as he looks, and the reality is that wrestling does not love Jarrett anymore, and neither do these fans in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yep. And then we get a kind of medium, mid double J chant. Slows MJF down a little bit. But MJF says Jarrett might be better off making a deal with the devil than defying the devil. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. Alright, then Adam Page beats some schmuck in 33 seconds with a buckshot lariat. And then after the match, he gives the poor Hammernager Angel's Wings. And then, speaking of Angel's Wings, the master of the Angel's Wings, Christopher Daniels, comes out, and he's fucked up. Neck brace, sling, arm in a sling. He is done after that hellacious, bloody and hellacious Texas death match on Collision the other night. And basically he comes out and says, my neck is so damaged that doctors have told me never wrestle again. Why? And he hopes Adam Page can be happy about what he did. He leaves, and Page is like, what just happened? So Paige looks like he's a little bit, concerned for his good buddy, Christopher Daniels. So I don't know if it's the actual end of Daniels' career, or he's going to come back, and I don't know what capacity. And now Adam Page's like, at a crossroads. Does he snap back to reality? Or does he just go on with his business? So we got that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the back with Renee Paquette once again with the woman with all the gold besides the AEW Women's Championship. That's the CEO. The CEO. Mercedes Moné, the Red Pro champ and the TBS champ and the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, is all ready to continue her international expansion. And she's ready to fight in Australia against probably Harley Cameron. So Harley comes in with her guitar, starts singing, and basically says, I'm going to make you feel my wrath because 4 belts is a bit too much, you think? Unless you're Ultimate Dragon holding like 27, but however many he yelled back in the day. So Mercedes says no because Harley hasn't won a match on AEW TV, and that's true. And then Renee does like the song though. What are we doing here? I mean, it feels like AEW just doesn't give a flying fuck anymore. We got one segment here that's like, okay, that's great. Then we got another one like, what? What? No consistency. It's like AEW, the lust in the aura of AEW has pretty much gone downhill. No wonder the ratings suck. And you look at Ring of Honor, it's even worse. That's why I call it Ring of Horror. And you can't even call it Dynamite anymore. You can't even light a fuse. Call it a dud. I mean, bleh. Fizz. That's what I call it Dynamite now. It's called Fizz. That's what it barely is right now. Fizz. Sorry to Otaku and everybody that loves AEW, but I'm being real. As a wrestling fan, AEW's lust and aura that it had 4 years ago is pretty much gone. I mean, yeah, they'll pump off a good match or two, and a good Dynamite and a good Collision every once in a while, but lately, not so much. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we got a Jamie Hayter, Julia Hart 2, Electric Boogaloo. Decent match. Jamie Hayter gets the win with Haterade. And then after the match, he says, hey, Julia, want to do this one more time? I'm ready. Alright. So we're going to have Julia Hart versus Jamie Hayter 3 in a tree. The rubber match, whenever that might be. Probably be in Australia, but we'll see. Then, like I mentioned, Powerhouse Haas says, I'm going to wait for you, Big Cass, in the parking lot on Collision in blah, blah, blah. I'm losing my mind. In Jacksonville, Florida, so we got that. Swerve says, I'm coming for you, Ricochet, pretty soon, so we'll probably have that on either this weekend or on Dynamite next week from Alabama. And then we get a video of the remnants of the House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Julia Hart, now with a dog. And they suggest that they have no leader, and then Brody puts on a mask, talks about barking, and then he's like, hoo, 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 hoo. So I think he's gonna get that Hounds of, that trademark he just put out. I forgot what it is. Hounds of Hell, I think it's called. Something like that. So we're gonna get a new House of Black. No more Malachi. He's pretty much done going back to WWE as Malachi. Not Malachi, sorry, Aleister Black. I don't know what's happening with Buddy Murphy and his contract. And then there's the thing with Edge. Is he gonna, be the new leader? I don't know what's going on. So. But that mask by Brody King. Loved it. So we'll see what happens with those three beautiful people in the next coming weeks. And that's that. Alright, then we end Dynamite with a pretty meh match with the bastard Pac taking on Hey kids, it's Edge. Back and forth match, 17.5-minute match. Pac was like destroying Edge, putting him in the brutalizer a couple times. We get near the end, he put him in the brutalizer again. Edge somehow gets out of that, plants Pac to escape that. Then he hits a spear to the back, then another one to the front. And then he hits, of all things, the TKO to get the pin on Pac. So, pretty decent match for what it's worth. And then afterwards, we see Moxley and company in the back. They kidnapped FTR again. Like, they taped them and tied them up. You know, duct tape around Cash Wheeler's mouth because he's got a clock. Why didn't you use it? But anyway. And then we see the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, basically dead. And then Claudio, BAM! Smacks the living soul out of Ricky Morton with a concerto. And then they go to the ring, basically like a 3-4-on-1. And they beat the fucking shit out of Edge, and then the Switchblade. Wait, what Switchblade? Jay White comes in for the save, but he gets beaten down as well. And then Moxley, Bulldog chokes out Edge to end the show. So another week, the same fucking ending. With the Death Riders, riding off into the sunset, doing their job. And, I agree with people on their reviews that the Death Riders this whole saga, the whole storyline with the Death Riders needs to end. I'm like, yeah, it does, but who beats Moxley? You think it's going to be Edge? Probably, but I still think that Edge will win the title, lose it to Christian, because he has that Money in the Bank little case. And then, who beats Christian? I don't know. I still think Christian will be champ, probably be at Revolution, or maybe by the time we hit Dynasty, or maybe Double or Nothing, so. And then, who knows when the Bucks are going to come back, and how they're going to come back. Are the Elite going to be back together as a face team? Is Kenny going to come back to the Elite? I don't know. Is Okada going to actually, do anything with Kenny? I hope by the time we hit August, well, can't do it, probably by All In, we'll get Kenny Omega and Okada for the Continental Breakfast title. Not that Kenny needs that belt, but we'll get that in July, so we have to wait 6 more months to that epic match. Bruh. And who knows what's going to happen in August when Forbidden Door's in London. What kind of matches we'll get between New Japan, CMLL, AEW. Maybe in Ring of Honor. Who knows? I just think Forbidden Door 4, or whatever number it's up to this year, I think it's number 4. I don't think it's going to have, it's going to be decent, but not great like the last 3 were. I mean, you're not going to have people like Tanahashi on it because he's sort of retiring. So, I don't know how great Forbidden Door is. Dynasty, I think, should be great. I think Revolution will be decent. And then as we get to Double or Nothing, which is basically their WrestleMania, next to, not really WrestleMania, it's like one of the big 3, really. Because you got Double or Nothing, you got Revolution, you got Full Gear, and then you got All In / All Out. So we'll see what happens with AEW as we get through the rest of this year. But right now, it's kind of in a state of flux. And we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I'm out of here. 6.5 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. That's the way it is. That's the way I'm going to leave it. That's that. Alright, I gotta get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later tonight for your Monday Night Raw review over on my Kill Demons channel. Stay tuned for that. But until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. You don't like it? Tough shit, motherfuckers. Because you can't do your own video better than me. So, fuck you. And that's it. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later tonight over on my main channel for Raw. And then we'll talk about TNA and Saturday Night's main event tomorrow. Maybe more matches will be on. Well, take that back. I'll do Saturday Night's Main Event predictions probably early Saturday, and then we'll talk about Saturday Night's Main Event, the review, probably the same night or probably sometime Sunday. So stay tuned, hit that bell, so when those videos go up, you know, so you can watch it, like it, dislike it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. That's pretty much it. Alright, I really gotta get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Peace, motherfucker!